Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Kova here, and welcome back to more daily gossip. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button to get notifications of when I upload at all times so you never miss a video. But now we're going to kick into it, and we're going with a player from Bayern Munich going to Bristol City. That's right, this is a goalkeeper called Lucic. He was like a Bayern reserve keeper. I think he come through their academy. He's 22 years old, and he's going to sign for Bristol City from Bayern Munich. Now, you never know with like academy players from absolutely massive clubs. Even if they aren't playing, they can still turn out to be actually decent players. I.e., for example, you look at Hummels, who is now back at Bayern Munich, having been snapped up from their academy to Borussia Dortmund. So, you know, as much as like this guy's gone under the radar, which kind of shows that he isn't as good as you'd think, it's still, you know, could potentially be a decent signing for Bristol City. So a bit of a weird one to start with, but I felt like it was well worth it putting in there for a player to go from Bayern Munich to Bristol City. Then we look at Javier Mascherano. He's got a Juventus badge on there, and yeah, they're eyeing him as the Pogba replacement. There's going to be so many midfielders now coming in, as like Juventus players because of the fact that they need to replace Pogba. Mascherano is the next up. Obviously, it would be a great sign, and he is obviously getting on a bit, but at the same time, he's such a good player still that he would easily walk into that Juventus team, especially with Khedira being injured so much. Then we go to Odegaard. He is ready to leave Real Madrid and go to the Bundesliga. I think he'll probably be on loan, given the fact that he is only like 18, 19. So probably on loan to one of the Bundesliga clubs. But even still, it's a bit of a weird one. You know, you expecting him to just walk into that Real Madrid team, and he hasn't done so far. He would have been better going to a club not as good as Real Madrid, where he would have played as a teenager and got into the first team. So a bit of a bad move in my opinion, but I say he's going out on loan to get some first team football now. Next up is Bridcut. He's ready to make his loan move to Leeds, permanent from Sunderland. I don't know whether David Moyes sees him as like a player who could play for Sunderland or what, but apparently his move to Leeds will now become permanent. It's something he's been interested in making happen, and is going to happen very soon. Then we look at Joao Mario. This is quite a big one. His father's come out and said that both Inter Milan and Liverpool have actually submitted official bids. Now, the bids don't go through to his father, they go through to Gia, I think that's his name, the super agent, and they have apparently, it's official, they've made official bids, and from what I'm reading, Inter Milan have made a 35 million upfront bid plus 10 million in add-ons, and Liverpool have made a 40 million flat bid with no add-ons. So there's two bids there, massive bids for a player that I don't think is all that good, Joao Mario from Sporting Lisbon. Then we have Vietto. He has made a move to Sevilla, or is about to, on a season-long loan. So that's going to be a very cheap replacement for Gamiro. Don't know why he's coming up as CDM. He's actually a striker. So yeah, it looks like they're going to get their Gamiro replacement straight away. Sevilla are masters at bringing in players on the cheap or on loan and stuff like that to cover them. So they're doing very well there to get Vietto. He's a very good young talent. Just needs some first-team football. Next up is Moussa Sissoko. Apparently Liverpool and Dortmund are ready to make bids on him. I just can't see the offer being as much as Newcastle are looking for. I can't see it being more than 20 million. Any club who bids more than 20 million on him is an absolute joke. Next up is Arnautovic. He has a 12.5 million release clause, and Ronald Koeman at Everton is ready to go and smash that to get him. I think he would be a great signer for Everton. And he obviously played well for Stoke last City. It's just about whether, again, you can make sure he plays well. Obviously, you need a manager who's going to keep an eye on him because he is a bit of a bad boy. But he finally turned his career around at Stoke. Only has a 12.5 million release clause, as we mentioned, and Koeman is ready to go and get him. Next up is Lacazette. This is kind of a big one. Obviously, it'll feature on the title, but they have made a bid for Lacazette. They being Arsenal, they've made an official bid. I was reading a statement from Lyon. A paper in France reported today that Arsenal made a £45 million bid, but Lyon came out and said, they're disappointed in this, because it was obviously a fake rumour. And in fact, Arsenal had made a bid of £29 million, which obviously got turned down straight away, because Lyon don't have any ambition to sell Lacazette. They want to keep him, because they obviously want to try and challenge for PSG now for that French league. Next up is Immobile. He is currently having a medical at Lazio from Sevilla. So obviously Sevilla looking to lose two strikers, and he spent on loan last season at Torino. So now Lazio have came in for him. He got one in form, as you can see on the screen. So medical at Lazio, not a bad move for them to get him. Tevez is next up. He's getting linked with a move to Chelsea. Chelsea and Napoli are both interested in bringing him back to Europe from Boca Juniors. However, Tevez has came out today and said he has no intention of leaving Boca Juniors. He's quite happy there. He wants to basically finish his career. It's just whether Boca Juniors can afford to keep him or not is another thing. And finally, we end on Icardi. Inter Milan want 70 million euros if they are to sell the Argentinian international. So that's what the squad will look like. Obviously, Joao Mario to the Premier League would be a big one, but it's mainly like foreign transfers in this one, guys. And the fact that Arsenal have had a bid for Lacazette rejected. I would also love to see Tevez back in the Premier League. If you did enjoy, please hit that like button. Let's see if we can get 10 likes again. And I shall see you in the next one.